Let's have a nice welcome, everybody, to this online marketing workshop of EcoWiz International in the Asia Pacific region. And right now you can see all the people that are presenters and speakers here in this webinar. So say hello to everybody. Hi, how are you? And so I will just start the webinar right now. So yeah, if you want to, you can turn your cameras off again, and then whenever you are speaking, you can turn it back on. So marketing workshop of EcoWiz Asia Pacific. First of all, let me introduce to you who is presenting you this online workshop. It's the Marketing Hub Asia Pacific, and this is a newly formed hub of people whose purpose is to provide the Asia Pacific region with some coordination for marketing communication activities between EcoWiz partners in the region. And the focus of the activities right now is to create and facilitate activities in direction of multinational firms that seek help in our service lines in countries of the region. And additionally to that, we facilitate ideas. We have ideas you as partners of EcoWiz International in the region have to make the EcoWiz brand more visible in the region, online mainly. And we will also share knowledge and experiences of a proven concept of conducting successful marketing and business development. And this is actually what we are doing here in this workshop right now. And the agenda for today is, and we will have about 90 minutes time for this. You can always ask your questions you might have in the chat, and we will come to this later in the Q&A section at the end of the workshop. In the beginning, I will just quickly go through the outcomes of the online survey we had on marketing in the region, and then we will have the main part on best practices and experience sharing from Kazuhiko, Chiba, Japan, from Katie Hughes, Australia, and Laura Liu, China. Then Peggy will give her view from the business development point on the results of the online survey. And then for the Q&A section, I will give you an input on on effective online marketing and maybe some ideas you would like to try out. So first, let's have a look at the main results from the online survey we had in October this year. And we have answers from 13 partners from the Asia Pacific region. So we conducted similar surveys in the EMEA region and in the Americas region. And from the APEC region, 13 partners answered. So all the results I'm giving you now are from these 13 partners that answered the survey, and some questions have a little bit less answers from 9 partners as here. So first interesting question, who is supporting or conducting your office's marketing? This is just an organizational question that is really interesting, and what we can see here, and this is the number that is interesting, there are almost 25% of the offices that answered that have administrative staff or others helping with the marketing, which is always a good thing actually, because yeah, in the last 10 years, I would say, marketing activities also of professional service firms as accountants and lawyers and CPAs has become more and more, and you would need more professional input on this. So as we can see here, the situation in the region is mostly the responsibility is on partner level only. So that raises the question whether it is an idea to look out for marketing professionals that help internally with the marketing support. I know of some partners in the region that are looking for marketing stuff right now. And yeah, and as always, the ideas we are presenting here, of course, are easier to conduct and put into reality if you have resources and support of people that are doing this internally in the office, and maybe some professional external help if you need it, for instance, on search engine optimization. Languages is always interesting, and a good outcome here from the survey was that in 100% of the offices, of course, English is the main language that you are conducting your marketing in, but also, of course, the national language is important, and Chinese is in the region an important language. Social media platforms, what is in use in the region already? We have WeChat and Facebook as the main social media platforms, followed by LinkedIn, and some are using Xing as well, and others are just statements here. That is, of course, in some markets not allowed to use social media for advertising in the professional services area, but we can see here social media are in use, and the platforms, of course, are quite diverse. We have another picture in the Americas and Europe and the EMEA region, of course, where LinkedIn is the main platform here, but not in the APAC region, obviously. Yeah, a good thing to do in online marketing nowadays, of course, is to use videos or podcasts, since the text is only part of the things that people want to see, and we are all getting more used to look at pictures quickly or short videos. And if the question was if you use videos or podcasts, for which target audience you are doing it. Partners who are doing this, more than 60% are doing this for clients, and almost 40% for non-clients as well. And again, over 60% for other audience groups like chambers, social organizations, and other multiplayers and referral sources you are working with in your marketing. Search engine optimization. So search engine optimization is the means you are doing to be found online more easily through search engines like Google, or in China, where Google is not so used, Baidu or other search engines. And this is done by about 45% of the offices. And I have to admit, here is some potential there. And yeah, it is quite recommended to organize some means in the search engine optimization area. And also, you can go to, for the support of Ecovis International, we have Felix Grape from the web office, who is helping you with the search engine optimization of your web presentation on ecovis.com. So it is good if you refer to him. And yeah, he is your external support for doing this, if you're doing it not already. So yeah, 100% of people who are doing search engine optimization are doing it for Google, and almost 20 also for Baidu. And what other marketing activities are being conducted? self-organized offline events for clients, obviously not in Corona times, online events for clients as well, and self-organized offline events for leads, prospects, and referral partners, and also online events for these. And the biggest part is, of course, participation in joint events where you have a partner who is organizing an event and you take the role of an expert speaker and present your expertise, your office, and your services. So, yeah, what other ideas are there to conduct marketing in the region together? And actually, some of these things we are doing in the Marketing Hub, like regular online meetings where we are sharing our ideas and putting things together we want to accomplish. Newsletter and update news quarterly. We have the regional newsletter organized by Katie from the Marketing Hub. Great work Katie is doing here. The newsletter is put online. Yeah, and then there are new ideas. There could be an ECOWAS APEC special focus group, a dedicated resource like Germany HQ, free webinar sharing for client regionally. Good idea. And share multinational clients information. This is mainly done, of course, by the work Peggy is doing in business development and shared in the meetings of the partners. So conclusions so far we had in the Marketing Hub on this. First of all, we because of resources we have, first of all, we focus on English-speaking multinational clients in joint marketing activities or in things we push in the Marketing Hub, and we focus on spreading the newsletter and writing it because there's still potential in spreading the newsletter. We have this year, I think 3 newsletters are ready at the end of the year, and these can be spread further. So it is a good thing we have this resource, this newsletter, and just spread it more. Yeah, there's still unused potential in SEO and social media, and we will see what are best practices in there. You will see it in a second. And we will continue to make the brand visible in different languages as well. We have the possibility now that we can have the web presentation on ecowas.com not only in English but in other languages too. So we will discuss next year in the Marketing Hub how we can proceed with languages from the Asian region for the web presentation of ecowas.com. So this was the overview of the outcomes of the survey, and now I will hand over to Kazuhiko, who will continue with his experiences and best practices on conducting marketing. Kazuhiko.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Just let me introduce myself first, very briefly. My name is Kazuhiko Chiba. I'm president of Ecobis APO. We used to be the big accounting, part of the big accounting firm. It's called KPMG, but become independent almost 16 years ago. And we have joined this Ecobis International, I think in 2009. So it already passed 10 years or so. We provide the accounting, payroll, tax services. The audit service is very limited. Our average number of staff is 140, and this year's revenue is about 10 million euro. And the audit is maybe less than 1% of the revenue. That's a very brief outline of our practice in Tokyo. Okay. How to go back this one? Okay. let me talk about the marketing and promotion. We have, I think the marketing and the sales promotion are two different concepts. Marketing is to inform who we are the market, who we are to the market, and sales promotion to win buyer decision to buy. And we called both marketing and sales promotion activity is called practice development in Japan. And this practice development is partners managers' major responsibility. And of course, that is subject to the formal performance evaluation. And every month we have a partners managers meeting, and this win and lost reporting is made at the partners managers meeting by each service line. This is the structure of the accounting practice. Let me talk about the market opening. Who shall we sell our services? At the bottom in the accounting process, there is a IT infrastructure. It's called like many types of hardware and software. And above that, we have ERP applications like SAP, Oracle, or other ERP applications. And then above it, we have the actual transaction processing, like accounts payable, disbursement, receivables, billings, collection, many types of treasury function, payrolls, such and such. And then above it, we have a standard reporting, financial reporting, like a monthly accounting, annual accounting, tax returns, or periodical audit, like that. And then above it, there is strategic planning is very ad hoc reporting, like purchase investigation, transfer pricing, consultation type of work. And then the more than above, we have a very dedicated consulting to the specific industries like securities, financing, manufacturing, such and such. The last part is the decision making that must be made by the client. That is not the consultation. This is the client responsibility. And the vertical line, Roman number 1, 2, 3 means the value of the services. For instance, number 1 is very high value, and number 2 and 3 is kind of a middle or low value. Let me see the value chain or value curve, add value curve of the practice. Vertical is value added line, and horizontal line is a process. Accounting process that's like planning or setting up various things is very high value. That is first item, and then goes to processing, transaction processing types. And then the very, very critical processing type. Our market, Ecofis APO's market is not the number 1, but number 2. We more focus on the middle value market, like a transaction processing and reporting. And number 1 market is probably done by other Ecofis offices, or maybe a huge IT consulting firm, or maybe big 4 type accounting firm. Our market is more middle market. The number 2, the transaction processing and standard reporting is our marketing positioning. This is a difference between the consulting and outsourcing. Vertical lines are how we involved in planning in advisory work, and horizontal is operation. Outsourcing is we do not involve in not so much about the planning and advisory work, just follow the procedure. And consulting is more high planning and advisory work, but they do not make any operation. And combination of 1 and 2 is called a strategic outsourcing. That is design the procedure, create or improve the procedure and execute various things, transaction processing. We focus on this outsourcing, but sometimes this standard strategic outsourcing we also provide. Let me move on the market offering. We provide is number one is transaction processing. That's the like account payable disbursement, employee expense settlement, billing and cash collections, property ledger and other subsidiary sub-ledgers preparation, payroll and social insurance, and but we do not propose any perpetual inventory record maintenance. And the standard reporting is, of course, bookkeeping, monthly or annual financial reporting, tax returns, corporate tax returns, and the VAT tax returns, budget and actual comparison, GAAP conversion like a JGAAP to IFRS or IFRS to JGAAP, translation of financial statements, and as audit or limited review for non-public small medium enterprises. And sometimes we also provide the basic labor law consultation. We very limited provide the strategic reporting like a high-end human capital consulting, financial due diligence for a complex M&A, asset advisory for a wealthy family, high-end international tax consulting, transfer price studying, feasibility study of international investment. Those are more likely provided by the other consulting firm like a Big Four or the consulting firm. Our market offering for these services is very limited. We do not provide any IT infrastructure or ERP application consultations or any strategic advice for specific industries. Who will be our buyer? This is the classification of a client. Number A is no accounting of payroll infrastructure companies. Typically, those are startup companies, both domestic and foreign corporation, and sometimes a change of shareholders, like a spin-offs or mergers, and venture companies, which is rapidly growing, or special purpose vehicles, like asset management securitization type of company. B is a painful accounting payroll company. The function of accounting is very poor, or they have excess capacity, and sometimes those are non-private organizations and government agencies or regulated industry like electricity or gas. C is outbound services, overseas operation, like our Japanese companies in foreign countries, or the less experts in account tax technologies require large. Those are they are less expertise in accounting and tax in foreign countries and require language support. This is a summary of the client classification. What type of client we provide our services. Apparently, the painful, like a problem in bookkeeping or tax returns, is major part of our service. 63% of the client comes from this painful situation. The others is like startups and ventures. Particularly for taxes is this number is a number of clients we actually won during the 2020 fiscal year end 2020. So major part is painful companies we provide our services. Let's talk about the market channel. Very important market channel of our client base is existing players and clients. The Big Four and other accounting tax firms or consulting firms, international law firms, those are very good referral channel, marketing channel for us. Existing client is also very good referral base for us. It's called a mouth-to-mouth marketing. And alumni, like retired Ecobis APO staff working at general industries, transferred employee from client company to other client company, or acquaintances at the targeted companies, or ex-Ecobis Worth Anderson personnel network. And of course, the international network is very important market channel, like Ecobis International, ADP Global View, and ADP Streamline. Those are payroll big operation company in the United States. And VAT Global, which is a VAT specialized firm in, I think, based in the UK. And of course, Markham LLP sometimes give us good referral. And banks, security firms is also good referral source. They have many connections with potential IPO clients, and they also have a good connection with accounting payroll companies. Real estate agents sometimes a good referral source because they provide newly established tenants, companies looking for accounting payroll services, and they have sometimes have the business networking meeting or party. Foreign Chamber of Commerce sometimes gives us our client base, like American Chamber of Commerce in Japan, or British Chamber of Commerce in Japan, or JETRO, Japan External Trade Organization. Seminars, webinars is, I never said not, but less effective for outsourcing services, because probably they are the effective for consulting services. We provide the labor consulting service actually, and sometimes we'll have the webinars or seminars for them. And the cooperation with a special e-marketing company, because we need the support from the e-marketing company to conduct the webinars. They have a good, experience and channel how to make the webinars. Actually, I will have the webinar tomorrow about the Japanese labor market consultation. Websites and SEO, of course, we make a search engine optimization for both Ecobis website and local Japanese website. And we have the keywords like startup accounting, audit, tax in all Ecobis countries, which I just put in the new Ecobis firm, Tajikistan, yesterday. And the we have the articles doing business Japan and taxation overview in Ecobis website. Very small. This is the where what type of client we have in the past for the past 1 year. The largest one is 43% is existing partners and clients is referral. The second one is international network, particularly for payroll. Number 9 is from ADPs. Tax is probably most likely from Ecobis network or markup network. Audit comes from Ecobis network or markup network. So international network is also good clients referral resource. And alumni and websites and seminar. Seminar is very limited actually. Very, very small, but sometimes real estate agent also gives us some referral. Marketing tools. We have, of course, main brochures in Japanese and English, and service line leaflet. It's a hard copy and and Ecoffice directory. The booklet is very good one to deliver to the potential client, and a specific booklet on specific topic like labor laws. Publicity. We have the book publication in the past, 7 years ago. It's called Practice of Accounting Outsourcing. It's about 413 pages, but Japanese only. But sometimes we have the client through this book. Articles, contribution in specialized accounting magazine and the professional association periodicals. Interview articles, economic and business journals, and advertising at international business journals in Japan, like ACCT journal or Eurobiz for a European community, and the newsletters only in English for some HR topics. We periodically issued newsletters for a foreign community in Japan. More important is viral marketing because existing accounting firm or lawyers, it's good to refer connect database for us. So keep strong connection with them. Always keep good connection with those existing players. And then appeal to them by our quality and security. Particularly for security is important for a payroll, like information security management system. We also have the certification by the trustful organization, and also we conduct the independent audit in accordance with the IASC 3402, SOC 1, SOC 2 type audit. And we also need to always appeal our quality service like accuracy, completeness, and timeliness. We have enough skilled capacity, skilled staff and capacity and experience. Those appeal is very important to the existing players. And those, those existing players speak our Ecoffice APO to other clients and give us referral. Very good, referral base. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kazuhiko, for this really interesting approach. And yeah, you can really see how structured and strategically you are approaching this. So that was really interesting. And yeah, it could be a blueprint for everybody who wants to go very strategically on the marketing. So let's continue with Katie from Australia with their approach on marketing. And I hand you the control over, Katie. So yeah, we are interested to hear what you have to say.
Okay, I'm just trying to get to my slide. Ah, there we are. So for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm based in the Sydney office, and I coordinate the administration and other sort of non-accounting functions of the firm, which includes the marketing activities. I wanted to start by mentioning that we conducted a formal marketing audit of all of our marketing activities in October. We actually engaged an external consultant to come in and review all of our marketing material and our business development activities, and the idea being that they would identify what we should keep as is, what we should grow and develop, which activities should be started that we're not already doing, and then which activities should be stopped. So looking at what isn't working, what's run its natural course, and what's no longer the best option for marketing the firm. So there were 3 stages to this audit. The first was the discovery phase. And that's where the consultant came in and asked us lots of questions, asking about our current marketing activities and also asking about the expectations for the business in the future. This involved sort of interview-style meetings with myself and then separately with a couple of the partners of the firm to gather all the information. The second phase was the analysis stage, and that's where the consultant reviewed all of our marketing materials, looked at our social media engagement, looked at our marketing costs, and also looked at any measures that we had available, such as Google Analytics of our website, to get a full overview of our marketing activities. And then the last phase was the recommendation phase. So that's where we received a straightforward report outlining what we were doing well and what we should change. So we found this to be a really useful exercise, and the main outcomes were basically stop wasting time and money on activities which aren't working for us. We got some advice on improvements to current activities, and we also got some brand new ideas, which was really fantastic. So basically by getting an external fresh pair of eyes to come in and have a look at what we were doing, I think it's really sort of rejuvenated our marketing plan for the future. We have already started to implement a couple of the suggestions, and then into the new year we'll look at adopting a few more of those. So I'm actually, just to let you know, we are happy to share that report with anyone who would like to have a look to see what a marketing audit consists of and what the recommendations were for us, if anyone's interested in perhaps doing something similar themselves and just would like to get a more detailed idea of what's involved. So regarding our marketing and business development plan, we have 4 main goals. The first one is to engage new clients. The second is to retain and nurture existing client relationships and also relationships with business contacts who refer work to us. Another goal is to attract new talented staff to the firm, and the fourth is to increase brand awareness. We have an annual budget for marketing and business development activities. In the last year it was 84,000 Australian dollars, which is approximately 52,000 euros. Regarding resources, the partner's time is something that we have to take into account because the time they can allocate to business development activities really varies throughout the year depending on their schedule. Regarding staff time, we don't actually have a dedicated marketing resource based in our office. I look after and coordinate the marketing activities for the firm that aren't business development related, and that takes up approximately 20% of my time looking at my role overall. So here I've listed the main activities that we do to engage new clients. Our partners have business coaching on a quarterly basis to form a plan for getting new business, and this is done in a one-on-one format with an external consultant. Another activity the partners do is to present at workshops and other speaking events. So this year's been unusual in that we haven't been able to do face-to-face workshops, but the partners have still participated in webinars and other online forums. So they've still had an opportunity to show their expertise and hopefully attract new clients. Another initiative is to offer an initial consultation for free. So this allows clients to come in and speak with a partner and see if our firm is a good fit for them and their business, and vice versa. It also allows our partners to see if the client will be a good fit for the firm. And lastly, developing and maintaining relationships with business referral partners is really important. We want to be the first accounting firm that the referral partners think of when they have a client to refer on. Client retention is also a really important business development activity. The partners take a personalised approach when nurturing client relationships, tailoring the approach to each client or to each business contact. So some clients like to be taken out to lunch, some just want a quick coffee catch up, some want to chat on the phone, some appreciate nice wine at Christmas, some want to be taken to a sports event on the weekend. So it really varies, and it's really knowing the client or the business contact well enough to gauge what they're going to appreciate and then act accordingly. This slide lists the main activities that we do with clients and referral partners. So we have a corporate box at the Sydney Football Stadium, and that is where the partners will host an afternoon with some business contacts and clients for sporting events. Specifically, I'm talking about Australian Football League, if anyone's not familiar with AFL. Some of the partners also host days at the races. Lunches are a regular occurrence. Coffee catch-ups are also a regular occurrence. And then at the end of the year, we have a big project which is doing a big mail-out of Christmas gifts and cards, specifically wine and chocolates. And that's to thank clients and to thank business contacts for supporting us throughout the year. So in this slide, this is just an example of our marketing calendar. So the partners will put their marketing plans into a shared calendar each month, so everyone can see which activities are happening in any given month. In terms of measuring success, how do we do this? So each partner has a target of 10% annual growth. And this is tracked monthly in their monthly partner meetings. In this same meeting, the partners will review the marketing calendar to see which activities are scheduled in and with whom. There is a regular review of marketing expenditure each month. We also track thank yous for the gifts that we send out. And we also track where new business is coming from, putting this information into our database so it's formally recorded. Brand awareness. So on the brand awareness front, there are several activities that we do to increase visibility of our brand. LinkedIn, this is the main platform that we use on social media. And we use it to post company news and also to post articles that the partners have recently written. We also do branded newsletters on a quarterly basis. We publish content on our website, and we aim to keep this as up to date as possible. We also advertise in publications targeting a specific audience. So at our firm, we have several partners who specialise in medical and dental industry clients. So we advertise in publications of organisations such as the Australian Dental Association and the Australian Veterinary Association. The partners will also publish articles in these same publications, writing on topics such as business management, practice management and tax tips for your business, really highlighting them as experts in those areas. We support various charities throughout the year, and in doing that we try, where possible, to integrate brand awareness when there are opportunities to do so. For example, in that photo at the top, that's one of our accountants who was involved in a week-long car rally, driving around parts of Australia to raise money for cancer research. So we sponsored him and we placed signage on his car. And then also in this last example, we featured signage at a major horse race event which appeared on television. And so we're open to trying new and different things and then seeing what works. Attracting talented staff. So the last reason for our marketing activities is really to attract the best and the brightest new staff. We designed an eye-catching brochure featuring information about us and about the employee benefits that we offer. We also did an overhaul of the careers page on our website to provide more information and really tailor it to candidates who are looking for jobs. We also filmed a staff video where the staff talked about why they liked working at our firm, just trying to give a bit of a personalised approach to our marketing materials so candidates can actually see the people who are already working at Ecovest Clark Jacobs, and we used a wide range of demographics from the firm, so hoping that whoever was looking at the video could identify with one of the staff members. So with these initiatives, we're really looking at trying to showcase our firm as a great place to work and therefore attract the best possible employees in the future. So what are our learning outcomes? Well, looking at everything that we do for marketing and business development, these points are the main learning outcomes. Most of our new business actually comes from referrals. So these are referrals both from existing clients and from business contacts. We think it's really important to look after the people who refer your business and maintain and grow that relationship. So that's a big focus for our partners. Making sure that the reward is meaningful to the person that you're trying to build the relationship. So everyone's different, as I said before. Everyone appreciates different gifts or your time. So it's really identifying that and then acting accordingly. Tracking the referrals is really important as well. So this should be formally recorded. For example, we do this in our database, so then we can run reports and then we can see over time who's referring us business or the most business. And lastly, our partners have a structured monthly process where they're responsible for following up on leads and developing their existing business relationships. So if anyone would like to hear more detail about the partners in the Sydney office actually go about developing their marketing plan each year, Heath Stewart, who's one of the partners from our office, is actually presenting a webinar in January, and in that he's going to talk through all the steps that the partners go through in setting up their annual marketing plan each year. So if you have any questions for me, please get in touch. As I said, I'm really happy to share the audit report that we did in October if anyone's interested, or if you have any other questions about what we're doing in the Sydney office. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Katie. That was also very interesting, and also I liked to see what kind of resources you are putting in. There are considerable resources, but they are well structured. You have internal support from your side, and you use external consultants from time to time, and it's really interesting. And also the audit report, I guess it's something that would be something I personally would like to look into, and maybe other partners too. So yeah, thank you very much. And now we come to the next part, and this is presented by Laura from Shanghai, and she's responsible for the marketing of Ecovest in Shanghai. Laura.
Hello. Hello everyone, this is Laura from Ecovest China, from administration, and now also in charge of marketing work. My topic is to introduce an important promotion method in the marketing work, and also a popular way in recent years, WeChat. Normally, in the past marketing work, we mainly selected email, customized gifts, or a workshop and social media such as Facebook and LinkedIn. And since Facebook has limited access in in China, so if someone wants to invest or do business in China, he has to pay attention to the importance of WeChat. Here I would like to show you our account for sample. The WeChat official account of EcoWaste China was established in 2017. During 2018 to 2020, we are committed to sending newsletter by email and WeChat as well. In fact, we did obtain some business as a result. Here is our WeChat public account, for which you can see we have published a total of 33 articles. You can see we published a total of 33 articles in the past 3 years, and the other number means how many friends followed this account among our own WeChat. Here you can find detailed introduction about the public account. For us, we have linked the website of our company and EcoWaste International. It's easy to have a quick glance at EcoWaste Group. I have listed several functions and advantages of WeChat public account. The account can publish professional articles, also can publish internal news, and the follower can comment whenever and whatever, and can share to unfollowed friends. When you want to find a certain information, you can enter the keyword to search and send holiday wishes or photos to clients. Next, I will show some of our published content. For each news we released, we will publish both Chinese and English version for readers. You can find here topics, for example, about new rules on social insurance, tax refund. The content of the article does not need to be too long. The key is that after authorities announced official news, customers have not yet understood the latest rules. As professionals, we need to send them to customers and especially potential clients as soon as possible. At the same time, send email version as well as update on the website in this way to deepen the customer's impression. And in fact, through this approach, we do reap some business in 2020. In addition to professional news, we also send internal news and holiday greetings. Another advantage that cannot be ignored is that any information, articles, and content can be shared with anyone needed. We usually suggest that managers and partners share them to the circle of friends. With the more and more powerful functions of smartphones, WeChat is becoming more and more significant in the marketing promotion, and you can know more news only through a little finger. Compared with traditional media, WeChat has a wider range of information and is more convenient. This is my share of WeChat official account, and because China cannot use Facebook, YouTube, and I don't know if it's the same way as Facebook. And I hope this sharing can help us communicate and exchange ideas. And sorry for the uncontrolling of my mouse. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Laura. That was really interesting to see the practical examples of WeChat and probably, of course, in the China and maybe for other partners that are having clients also from China coming to their countries in the region. It is maybe interesting to consider use a platform like WeChat for their communication channels. Thank you very much, Laura. It was really interesting. And now we will hear Peggy and her view on the results of the marketing survey. Peggy.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Ulf. I am Peggy Ware, your business development manager of the network. I'm based in Munich, Germany. So, okay, I think a page is missing. Okay. So before I deliver my opinions or my viewpoints toward the survey result, let me give you a very quick overview of what we have done, what we have achieved in the field of business development. So here you can see a summary of our revenue generated in the multinational projects where I am involved. So as you can see that this year, though we are suffering from COVID-19 from the pandemic, actually at the end we have still very good results. So the revenue here, you can see that's actually independent from last year. The revenue is consisted of two parts. One is the one-off service and the other one is for revolving services. Means that the services will take place every year until the contract's terminated. And this year, totally, we're engaged with about 15 new clients, and the revenues generated from all the new contracts of this year or new contracts of the previous developed clients, but just signed with new countries. So the revenue is calculated based on the engagement letter. Means that in my point of view, this the project is on the right track and is really implemented services provided by us officially. Okay, so this business development manager has been involved deeply in different workshops internally and externally with some trendy subjects. Of course, a business development manager is not just participating in those workshops, but also supported to the regional partner, the business development meeting, to discuss over our strategy in how to increase our revenue, how to develop new projects, how to establish new clients. And of course, I'm also supported to different task force, but mainly to the tax task force because tax has been the most important and very dynamic subject. So basically, that's a summary of my work. And then here you can see where our current multinational projects from. Through Ecovis partners, of course, not just through that, but also we have actively conducted some new project, like through the existing clients of each country, we developed a project like further client development. So we could so the partners share their existing clients with me, and then from there, we discover which client can be developed further to other countries. So this is highly depending on the partner's openness and contribution. And then, of course, we have also a lot of projects generated from SEO, the search engine optimization project. And then, of course, from open tenders, from existing clients, so mouth-to-mouth reputation. also from some consulting companies or from our alliance service providers such as VAT Global that Chiba-san mentioned in his presentation. And this service provider, this global service provider has been aligned with us in various countries in Latin America, in Asia Pacific, and also, of course, in EMEA. And which directions have I been working on to obtain more opportunities for the network? Of course, I'm connecting and grouping partners from region to region, and then of course this is up to different opportunities. Then we organize different groups and we organize different partners to create the opportunity or to make the opportunities come true. And of course my work is also to identify external possibilities like other than the regular clients. We're also looking for the right alliance partners to create new projects or to have more partners, more member firms involved in providing services to those external service providers. And then, of course, we try to prepare also pricing or proposal uniforms so everyone could get a very quick idea what is proposed and where is the price indicator. And then, of course, my job is also to maintain the relationship with prospects and different multinational clients. One important thing is, of course, also there are a lot of projects going on without my involvement. However, many partners are also very supportive. They put me in the loop when they refer a project to another company, another country. So with this record, firstly, we identify the contribution of our partners, and then also we can, from the list, identify which client could be also a multinational project host, or where we can develop more projects from the client. So, of course, marketing activities are also supported by business development manager, so to create or to enhance our brand awareness in order to create more projects. So from the survey, we can identify that revenues are generated from different referrals and also from different channels. Then here you can see that from the survey result, the referral partners are mostly from law firms or consulting firms or even Big Four and others like banks and other possibilities. However, does it mean that our inside of the network, does it mean that our referral projects mostly result in failure? Okay, so before we answer that, I think let's look again at the result. So actually, all our partners care a lot about retaining the relationship with the Ecovis partners. So instead of, well, let's say, other than retaining the relationship with other consulting companies or external referral partners, actually they also pay a lot of efforts in retaining the relationship with Ecovis partners. But however, why didn't it really work out that well or that successful? So I think there are a few issues identified here in the sense of marketing itself. So firstly, we have different level of Ecovis visibility, brand awareness in each member country, because the level of marketing activities conductions are different in different country. And then sometimes we have changes of our major contacts in each country. Therefore, this causes confusion and inefficiency. When there is a referral project, when a partner wants to refer a project or a client to another partner, then actually, in many cases, they're not referring to the right partner. So this costs time, and this also doesn't really impress the clients or the prospects well. And then also unclear lines of our services in each country. So some countries have delivered their service lines very clear to the network, to the partners. However, many partners or many member firms failed in delivering a clear concept or clear service lines of their firms. So wrong referrals, like we just mentioned, that if your contact is not clearly listed in the network, then at the end, then our partners don't know who they should send the referral to. So also there's one important issue. Other than marketing, I think to market yourself is also very important internally. So therefore, we have also some problems, like partners are not sure about your response and not sure about your professionality. So lack of confidence of the professional expertise and timely support, this has also caused a problem. But this can be improved by internal marketing activity. Also language barrier. When our foreign partners, let's say when Latin American partners trying to refer to you, so we have both barrier side, then how to improve and to appoint someone in receiving referrals or in communicating with external prospects or external referral partners, this is also very important. So how can we improve from the points that I mentioned, the problems, how to make our referral projects inside of the network more efficient, more effective, and more successful? I think firstly, from the center of headquarters of Ecovis network. So the Ecovis international team has set up a specific team for search engine optimization project. So we have that. However, it doesn't mean that we could make it work so successfully global, because after all, we have still very limited manpower in the headquarters. Therefore, we need your support in helping us, in supporting us to identify different keywords, the trends, and also the content. That is the most important thing now, because SEO is also getting, all the search engines are getting smarter and smarter. Therefore, they also want to make their search engine more valuable for the users. So the content has become one key point. Therefore, your support, the marketing hub, has also a very important function, is to collect your support in the SEO project. Then also the local marketing. So in each country, we hope that you would be able to spend some money or to consider to set up a dedicated person to take charge of the marketing activity. So to enhance your visibility through different digital marketing tools and different networks. So also we encourage you to make more webcasts and join workshops for the region. That will enhance our joint visibility of the network. And then internal marketing here is defined as inside of the network. You have to market yourself to different countries, to different partners, to make sure that everyone understands that you are providing which services and your responding time, so to increase or enhance the confidence in you. So then you will definitely receive more referrals when the partners are having more confidence in your professionality and your responding and your timely support. So then the next is, of course, I think through marketing internally and externally, I think you also have some referral projects toward the other countries, toward the other partners. To make your referral successful, to make your clients happy, I think this is important. When you have a referral project, you have to deliver correct, useful, and efficient information. Instead of just throwing an email on a partner saying, hey, I have a client, then please contact him. This is totally inefficient, because then the receiving partner has no idea what you're providing to the client, what is your relationship status. Then this will cause a lot of additional time when our partners, our receiving party, prepare a proper proposal. So it is important of you or the counterparty to always put correct, useful, and efficient information. And then, of course, to approach potential alliance partners. So we identify or we try to identify the right external alliance service partner. And then you have to also work actively with them. If you don't find the alliance partner proper, then you can always inform me. Then the last part is that we encourage you to actively participate ECOVIS international activities, no matter it's regional or international wise, because this will enhance your visibility inside of the network and also to help our network enhance the visibility in your country. So actively, we wish you or we encourage you to invite your clients or to forward our newsletter to your client. Also, this year we have already established the online subscription tool. The purpose of this is, of course, to reduce your work in forwarding the newsletter to your clients. To encourage your clients getting registered in our subscription tool will help you reduce your communication work, and this will also help us to create a common database. So whenever we have a webinar, no matter it's regional or internationally, then we can also use the database to send out our invitation. That will make the communication or the PR more effectively. So thank you very much. I think this is the part from business development manager point of view. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Peggy, and that was a really interesting summing up of your work you have done and the practical suggestions you have to the partners. And I think the view on, internally strengthen the network is really important. And now I would like to kind of sum up the things that you have seen from a methodological standpoint. We have seen a lot of practical and interesting approaches here in this workshop, and maybe you want to refer this when you are making your own marketing planning or your own marketing strategy to one or the other. Actually, you will find the slides and also the recording of the session in the intranet afterwards, so you can use it for your own marketing. So basically, from our point of view, what is the basis of actually online marketing and creating brand visibility with it? It is a very simple formula that is creating text content, creating video content, and spreading it via social media. This is the formula that increases the brand visibility in your local market, in the area you are in. And you have to consider, of course, what is the offering of your firm, as Kazuhiko described in detail, and who are you proposing your offerings to? What are the channels you want to convey the messages in? And this goes, of course, also on the meta level of this formula: text plus video times social media is brand visibility. Maybe there are social media channels or online channels or newsletters you only have for specific target groups with specific service offerings, value proposition you propose there. For instance, in the EMEA region, many firms use Facebook only for employee marketing and to increase the visibility as an employer there. Or you are working in the Asia Pacific region, maybe you want to use the WeChat channel for Chinese firms that are maybe interesting inbound clients for your firm. So generally you have to sort out what offering are you communicating through which content channels, text or video, and then how you're spreading it via social media. And maybe if you're beginning with marketing, or if you have limited time resources, then of course it makes sense if you focus on specific target groups in your marketing activities. Maybe it is the Chinese firms you want to have as inbound clients in your country, or it is the English-speaking multinational firms. And you can use, of course, the support of Peggy to conduct these kind of projects. But the basis behind all this is this formula. So looking into resources that are already there, and this is just a screenshot of the subscription tool we have online on ecovis.com, where clients and referral partners and other business partners, and of course you and your staff as well, can subscribe for the Ecovis International newsletters. And right now we have 3 different types of newsletters. We have the Ecovis International Global newsletter, we have the Americas newsletter, and we have the Asia Pacific newsletter. And it is very important that you also sort out the addresses and the contacts you have that might be interested in these newsletters. They are all in English, and the Americas newsletter is also in Spanish, the regional newsletter. And we will give you, beginning of next year, again, some detailed information how you can inform your clients about getting in there. It is a little bit tricky. The clients have to enter their names and email address, and then they have to submit also the answer to an email to accept the subscription. So this is a process where sometimes clients get lost. So it is very important to inform the clients that they have to click on the subscription email they will receive, and this email lands in the spam folder most of the times. So you will get detailed information that you can forward to your clients on this process. And we have seen a lot of examples here today already. In case of Ecovis International, we provide an LinkedIn firm profile of Ecovis International, and also a LinkedIn firm profile of the Ecovis Americas. And if you have a LinkedIn profile, it makes a lot of sense to connect with the Ecovis International profile, that we can share via this profile your posts you might be having in the direction of English-speaking multinational firms. And also it is very useful. Many Ecovis partners are doing this already to connect with other Ecovis partner firms via LinkedIn to spread the information vice versa. Also, and Laura said that they are doing this with WeChat as well. Actually, it doesn't matter which social media platform you're using. You have a lot of employees in your firm, and maybe it is an idea to think about how to use the power of the network power of the staff you have, the followers they are having. If you just think about when you have an employee that has 200 followers on any social media platform, and you have several employees, then you can multiply the contact source of the information you're spreading very much like put in here in this formula. And last but not least, I would like to promote a new video tool we have created from the marketing board and the marketing hubs. It's a video blog, a vlog, and online there is actually the first one we were doing with Richard from Germany, Cindy from Australia, and David from United Kingdom. And this is actually a very easy way to produce very relevant and actual content for specific questions, to put it on YouTube or other video platforms and share the links via social media. This is important because nowadays, of course, more and more people want to watch short videos on their smartphones rather than reading text. And for us, the challenge is how can we produce with relatively easy means video content. And the solution is this vlog form, and it is handled and organized by myself and Eloisa from the marketing board. And the first thing you as a partner should do is find a topical theme that is discussed in the media today already. So it is always useful if you are producing content, let it be text or video, that are using topics that are already discussed in the media and jumping right on this topic. And second, and this is where I can help you, find one or two other EcoWIS colleagues to discuss this topic from their point of views, and then the tests we did showed that it is very good to have a short bullet point script for the vlog, for the recording, that you are really on point, what you're saying, that you don't miss the facts, but you don't make the video too long. And actually the video recording itself is just a recorded Zoom discussion up to 10 minutes. That is, just the recording of you and the one or two other partners discussing the topic from the point of view of the clients in your country, which is always interesting for the clients to see. They want to know how they are affected by the topic as a client firm. They want to know what they can do or what they should do practically with this issue, like we discussed the COVID-19 and returning to work during COVID-19 times. And there will be a post-production which is done by Eloisa, that the video looks in proper EcoWIS corporate design, and then we have it. So if you are interested in participating in this kind of video blog, then please contact me, and we will organize this production procedure. And the time input of yourself is limited to finding a topical theme and working with the script, and then the recording just takes about 30 minutes. Maybe we have 2 rounds recording it, and everything else we can do in the post-production. And here on the slide you also see from Mexico, they did a video blog in this style as well, and they only used one person, one expert, explaining what is important on IEPS. So just a short outlook on what's coming next year. You have seen in this workshop a lot of ideas, a lot of approaches. You have to organize your strategic area. You have to structure what is your value proposition for what kind of target groups and what marketing channels you want to use to convey the message. And you have seen a lot of practical tools that you can use for any strategic approach. And for you the question is, how do you organize this practically for your firm? And I will, with the support of Peggy from the business development point of view, conduct a program that is a practical approach to getting clients now. This is the name of the program, and this is actually we are forming a success team of 6 to 8 participants from the Asia Pacific region that are practically conducting their marketing and trying to get clients from whatever target groups you are interested in. And there will be more detailed information on this. And this program is actually not focused on developing marketing tools, but it is focused on really acquiring this new business and these new clients you want to have. Okay, so we are right at the end of our presentation here in this workshop, and we come to our little question and answering part. And yeah, for this I would like to ask my fellow colleagues from the Marketing Hub to switch back on their camera. And I have the pleasure to introduce Kim from Singapore, who will conduct this question and answering with me. And Kim, would you like to shortly introduce yourself? You're quite new to the ECOWAS network.
Yes, hi, my name is Kim Leng. I'm actually from the Singapore office. I actually just joined in early November itself. Yeah, prior to joining ECOWAS, I was actually the managing director of the Singapore office of TMF Group. Not sure whether you guys have heard of TMF, but TMF actually has offices globally. And in Singapore, we actually have almost 170 staff.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Kim. And yeah, actually, you have with your former employee TMF quite a successful career. You have grown your office over several years quite considerably, and you also have used social media and online marketing. Would you like to shortly explain what your experience was growing your practice?
Okay. Yeah, basically I think from the marketing aspects, we always look at two types of marketing and sales, right? Which is one is to the intermediaries and the others would be to the end clients itself. I think both sectors is very important for us to capture. For the intermediaries such as the law firms especially, I think law firms actually are a very good form of referrals to us. Right, and of course, how do we then actually reach out to the law firms? In the past, we have tried several ways, but many of the methods has also been mentioned by the respective countries, right? From joining chambers of commerce, right? From actually writing articles, from joining events, and even having, let's say, group discussions, right? Yeah. We have tried a lot of things, and I think, based on what we have learned so far, joining, chambers of commerces and all that doesn't really help, right? But what we do is also, on a quarterly basis, we start to run actually networking events at our office space, right? So we will invite, a small group of intermediaries, the lawyers, or some accountants over to our place, right? It can be limited to a size of, let's say, 20 to 30 people. And usually we get our senior staff to also join us to also sort of have more in-depth discussion with the intermediaries. I think that helps to build the, to bridge the gap, right? And that helps us and the intermediaries to build our relationship better in that way. Yeah, that is what we do for intermediaries. And to reach out to the end clients, we have also actually done several ways that is being mentioned. We have made publication on professional magazines, right? You can be advertising in, let's say, HR magazines, that will attract the HR managers and the personnels, right, in the local markets itself. And of course, other than that, we would also be, embarking on a lot of YouTube videos, anything that actually sort of broadcasts, the TMF name in the market itself. And on top of that, we even actually sign up for a media agency to actually bring us the connection to, broadcast ourselves on radios, right, and TVs. So we go on national radios and TVs as well on some of the discussion topics, right? Yeah, the hot topics that is, based on the changes in government policies, etc. Yeah, because I think once we start doing it, we regularly get more and more invites, right? And thereafter, actually a lot of clients and a lot of public audience will actually get to know us. And most importantly, I think it's not just knowing us, but it's getting people to remember us, right? Yeah, a lot of times clients actually know us, but do they remember to reach out to us? So it's, having all these publications and a lot of all these medias reaching out and all, right, is to sort of, make sure that people do not forget us and they will remember to always look for us whenever they need us.
Yeah, great. And you reached a considerable growth with your offer. What was the number you started with?
We have actually less than 25 people when I actually joined them back in 2010, right? And of course, as at current date, I think we have close to 170 staff. Yeah, but other than the marketing aspects, I think what is important is if we can, we should also try to invest in having a full-time salesperson to start with, a sales force, right? Because usually for all of us, right, and the service line colleagues, every one of us are actually very busy servicing our clients. And of course, from our clients, it also gives us a very, good context on, all these connections to new clients as well, right? But other than that, I think we still need to reach out to people who we have no connection at all, and having a dedicated 100% sales-focused team, right, will actually be able to help us to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great. A very good focus. Kim, are there any questions you have to the presenters of this workshop from your point of view that might be interesting for the audience?
Yeah, maybe one question to ask is, on the writing and posting of articles, right? I think that is something that a lot of officers that I've seen will always struggle, right? Because everyone is very busy and everyone would think that, we do not have the time to write articles. So for the officers who has already started on that journey, right, writing updated articles, publicizing it, how did you get it started internally within the office, and who writes them?
Yeah, Katie, maybe we'll start with you. Who is really writing articles in your office?
It's the partners. So it has to be scheduled in. So they need advance warning. So we have basically a schedule of articles for the year with topics, and that's put into everybody's calendars. So and they have reminders. So when there's the monthly partner meeting, they're reminded also at that time that the next article is due on such and such date, and this person is due to write it. Are they still able to write it? And then yes or no. If they're not, then it's looking for an alternative author. But yes, it's actually the partners, because the topics of the articles are there is a technical element, so we need their expertise. Once they've written the article, I'll do a proofread and then send it off to the relevant publication. But it's all about planning and scheduling it in. And of course things change with the partners' schedules. Sometimes you need a backup plan, but it's looking at the topics and making sure that there's enough advance warning.
Yeah. So it's by putting the writing of the article in the calendar is like making article writing a client, kind of.
Yes. Yeah, it makes it, I mean, the partners are all, they are focused on marketing, and in the firm, everyone recognises the importance of it. So I think that really helps as well. They understand, and it's actually the articles more than the advertising that will bring in the clients. We have to buy the advertising space to be able to get articles in publications sometimes, but it's showcasing the partners as experts in a particular area that then will attract the clients.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Laura. Who is writing articles or posts for WeChat in your office?
For us, it's based on the topic. If it's the topic is regarding IIT, then we will let us text manager to write the article.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we based on the topic, and have not have a fixed schedule on it.
So you're looking into the expertise of the people and then who can write the things. Great, thank you. And Kazuhiko, you mentioned in your part that you have even published a book a few years ago. Who was actually writing these 413 pages?
Actually, 90% is written by myself, and another 10% by managers. Yeah. Particularly for a payroll section, that is written by our managers, very small part, but major part is by myself. For advertising, last year I made advertising. I bought a advertising space for economic managing, which talks about the how to develop people, how to make a training to provide a professional training type of magazine. And then it costs a lot, but I think good presence, market awareness of our firm. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so I guess it's very important, right, for us to really, schedule marketing activities, right, put it into our calendar, and not think that we will always do it the very next day, because the very next day will never come.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. Okay, so yeah, thank you all very much for this really interesting workshop, and I would like to close this session here right now. It is not closing our discussion. Like I said, we will have the recording and all the information in the intranet, and we will continue to be there for you as the Asia Pacific Marketing Hub, for your questions and for sharing good ideas, experiences, and also questions on marketing and business development. So yeah, I have to say thank you very much, my fellow presenters here for today. Have a good evening, have a good time, and see you all next time when we continue our discussion. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.